Hello YouTube, I made a mistake. This is one of the ends of the rotisserie that we made, I think 2 videos ago. I don't know how it's going to come out chronologically. I'll put a link upstairs. Anyway, since then I cleaned it all up and I painted it with some Case Tractor paint that I had left over. I used it all up, but I actually painted both ends. But I made a mistake. When we got this Harbor Freight upright, that's this one. This is 1 3/4 by 4 thin wall square tubing with a 1 3/4 square tube welded to the end that was sitting like this. And you can see it's sitting at an angle. We couldn't have it at an angle and we needed it taller. So we cut it right off and we used some heavy wall, 1 3/4 by 4 for upright. We welded it to the base. And then for the square tube that they had, I had some 2 by 2 tubing, which is the width of the base. So I welded that on the front to duplicate what they did, and that was the mistake. If we put this crossbar in place, it works fine until you try to rotate, and it hits, and it hits in both directions. So we got to do something about that. It hits more in this direction than it does in this direction. So if we clearance for this end, the other side will work. This is where we're hitting, right here. And here goes my paint job. That's what hits right there. Now I don't want to mess with the welds here. They're not great welds in the first place, but I don't want to try to cut them off. So my only alternative is to cut an angle. I think like that. So we'll draw that line. That means we clearance for that. Now we got to get a line straight across, and then we'll draw a line on the other side. What we need to do is to cut this out so that we have clearance. So here we go. Down to the last step, gonna fight. There we go. We'll round over these edges a little bit. Now we have this gaping black hole in the end of the rotisserie. And unfortunately, I hit the paint with my grinder. I think I'm going to ignore this because it's going to get stretched over time and it would look funny if I painted it this far up. But I think what I'm going to do is paint a band around the stand black. And that way this blackness will blend in with the blackness on the stand. And I'm going to use this blue tape because the stand was just painted 2 days ago. So, and it's not good paint. Something like that, I think. This is semi-gloss black. They want several minutes between each coat, and then want light coats. Here we go with the second coat. Okay. Well, do you see the problem? I can't leave it like this. I'd go crazy. After all the time I spent to have them all the same color, and now I've got a black stripe on that one, and no stripe on that one. If I'm going to put a black stripe on this to match the other one, do I just put the black stripe on the upright? Or do I have to put the black stripe on the struts? I think I have to put it on the upright and the struts. The next question is, remember this has been modified to raise the back of the engine hoist 1 3/4 to make it level for the rotisserie. And when I'm done with using it as a rotisserie, these are going to come off. Here we are painting a second engine stand because of one little mistake. Okay, we got to wait a couple minutes for that to flash, and we'll put a second coat on. There's still a problem. Still not good enough. We got to fix it more. I know what we're going to do. What we have here are the cross beams to the rotisserie, and these are the heads to the engine stands that the cross beams bolt to, and I think we have to paint them. I believe this is the last step in fixing my mistake. Well guys, I think I have a nice pair of ends for our rotisserie. That one spins real nice. This one was the one that we had the problem with. Oh, we got to take the bolt out first. And it spins real nice. So I think we accomplished what we set out to do. If you enjoyed this video, there'll be more.